They can take out any archers with Impale. And Dryads are going to be pretty good against him. But not as good as really, like... They're not going to completely own it. Because if you get that armor upgrade, the Dryads aren't going to be doing too much damage to him. So, we have Crypt Lord 3rd, which is going to be our tank, to help hold the line for later stuff that we'll be getting. And our undead is just going to keep running around, avoid those massive amounts of Dryads. Like, Christ, could you get more Dryads, please, Spirit Sky? And so we're chilling, doing nothing, running away. Back at the base, still getting statues. We're gonna turn them into Destros, I guess. We've got one destroyer up. And on Twisted Meadows, these red camps are actually fairly easy to creep, but they give really good items, so generally a good idea to creep them. And you see there we got an Orb of Darkness. I believe he later sells that, but I myself really like Orbs of Darkness, so I generally keep them when I get an Orb of Darkness, but to each his own. So we've got continued creeping on both sides with Panda tanking. Yes, Panda's, yeah. You'll see another useful tip there is to get not Frost Armor, but the Mana skill on the Lich, whose name escapes me at the moment. The one where you can kill units and get mana for it, and you just use that on skeletons after you're done creeping. And it's 3 mana, because the skeletons were going to die anyway. So now we have some more creeping going on. Creeping camps, and if you'll notice, there's a excellent strategy used by Lovejoy here called the 3 Ghoul. Actually, I just named it that, so you guys probably haven't heard that before. But basically what the 3 Ghoul is 3 Ghouls is enough to pretty much destroy a building expansion that's, in the process of being built. So if you go ahead and send three Ghouls out to any place that you think there might be an expansion, they're probably going to be able to take that down in fairly short order. And you'll see here that Lovejoy is using 3 Ghoul. Now, this is especially annoying for the Night Elf player because it's not really worth it to take his whole army to kill 3 Ghouls, but if he doesn't, he is going to lose his expansion. And you'll see there that he cancels, thanks to the wonder of 3 Ghoul. And so now we still have statues and destroyers on the undead side. You'll see he's researching Disease Cloud for the abominations that he is now getting. This is going back to what I said about the acting like an orc. Basically, you want to get heavy melee, like grunts would be. Basically, you want to try and replace grunts with abominations because they're about as close as the undead race gets to grunts. So you want to get Disease Cloud, obviously, because that'll increase your effectiveness a whole lot. And yeah, you just sort of go from there. Hold on one second, my sister just came in. Oh, yeah. Can you close the door? Sorry about that, guys. That was my sister walking in while I'm recording an audio. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Alright, so we have a bunch of abominations for Lovejoy. And here's the first test of this strategy with the, roughly 20,000 bajillion million Dryads, Demon Hunter, and a Panda, and some Archers. And Lovejoy's going to luck out here with some really good positioning. He's going to be able to take out a bunch of stuff fairly quickly. You'll see here a quick Nova, and I think, yeah, there's the Impale that affects one Archer. That was great. So he's able to force a TP, only having lost an altar, which really isn't that important. So now we have continued abomination making. Abominations are actually fairly savage. 30 to 46 damage with one upgrade, over 1,000 life. And those things won't die to Dryads, anytime soon. Let's see, Dryad doing roughly, 10 damage a shot to it when it has an armor upgrade. So that would take over 11 Dryad shots, which is a pretty insane amount of Dryad shots. and then plus you can always coil them. So we've got abominations, and just a useful tip for those of you who wish to utilize this strategy. Disease Cloud actually affects magic immune units. It's not technically a magical spell. So when you research Disease Cloud on your abominations, that will affect Dryads, which makes abominations even a more effective counter to the Dryads. So now we have some A-bomb creeping, which is really nice, and you'll also see that we're getting some meat wagons, which are uber effective against pretty much everything Night Elf. So, let's see, nice item drop there in a Talisman of Evasion, and I'm going to cough right now. Just give me a second. That was an excellent cough. You'll notice that Lovejoy leaves behind a Tome of Agility. Not important, that was probably intentional. So here we have another couple hundred Dryads attacking that Spirit Tower. Make sure you send a bunch of Acolytes to go and repair your Spirit Towers so that they don't die. And you'll also see that Spirit Sky has finally gotten some regular units. He's going to catch another TP here. He really wants to avoid fighting Lovejoy. So there's only one way to get a Night Elf to actually fight you, and that's to do it at his base. So right now Lovejoy knows, if I keep going like this, he's just going to keep running in, keep trying to destroy my buildings, keep killing my Acolytes, and it's basically going to suck. So he's going to go bring the attack to the Night Elf's base. He's got 3 meat wagons, which is a really good amount. A bunch of abominations to hold the front line. Notice how far ahead he sends the abominations. He really wants them to be the tanks. He doesn't want to give the Night Elf any chance to get behind him. So you send the abominations in first, they start tanking. The one that he focuses on, you generally get a coil off on that fellow in fairly short order. I think we'll see the coil here. There it is. So the abominations tank can actually do fairly good damage, even against Dryads. You have dings on all the heroes. Oh my god, I've been playing WoW for too long to call them dings. So, with coil, you're generally able to negate focus fire. We'll see if he gets a coil off on this low life A-bomb here. And the meat wagons just absolutely destroy Dryads. Meat wagons do a huge amount of damage, 76 to 1-1, which is either 200% or 150 versus unarmored. I can't quite remember. And yeah, so you see he only lost 2 or 3 abominations, and no meat wagons, no heroes. Maybe nope, there's that Destro. So he lost maybe 2 A-bombs in that entire attack, basically because the Dryads don't do any damage to abominations, like I said earlier, with that armor upgrade. So if you got a bunch of Dryads that are suddenly meaningless because they don't do any damage, you're not gonna be able to beat this undead army. So the key to really beating Night Elf as undead is, like I said, acting as much like an orc as possible. I know it's probably not any undead player's favorite thing to do to try and act like an orc, because undead is so cool by itself, but it's really what you've got to do here if you want to beat these Night Elf players. So you see here that we've got just more stuff going on. At this point the game's pretty much over. Meat wagons are completely tearing up the Dryads. One volley from the 3 meat wagons kills a Dryad and does splash damage to the one next to it. Polo Barrel Keg goes down. I'm sure Sin Dweller is either down or went down. I forget where he went. There he is, hiding behind the tree. And you'll see that the couple Destros that you get earlier in the game basically mean that any time that he gets bears, they're going to suck. Alright, so there were there's some good stuff in there. So, shall we review the points? I think so. You can get Aura first. You should probably get a DK. Get Ghouls, get a Lich. Remember to attack the Demon Hunter with the Ghouls and not with the Death Knight. And play like an Orc. So, yeah. I apologize for any discretion in this audio because I'm actually not going to be able to listen to it because I broke half my sound card, which means that I can record, but I can't listen to anything. So if there's been fluctuations in audio levels, etc., I apologize. And anyway, this has been fun. It's good to be back recording audios for all you guys. And I hope to see you all out on BNet, where I play random now because it's way more fun. So this is Wicked, signing off.